When I first bought my car, it originally had carpet floor mats, and I took those out the same day and bought the floor mats, the all-weather rubber floor mats from Dodge. So it came straight from the dealership, and I like these mats. They're good, but there's some issues with them, and you get to see my filthy car that hasn't been washed or cleaned or vacuumed in forever, just to give you an idea of what's going on with them. So while they trap a lot of dirt here in this area, and it has deep grooves, and you can see all the sand and dirt, you see this portion right here? This is the footrest. So obviously there's going to get dirt there, and it falls between the cracks. So mud or any kind of liquid water, whether it's raining or something like that, is going to accumulate here and possibly get mold or whatever, just cause a problem with that. Also, this just kind of doesn't go all the way to the edge. You can see this hooks in place, since it's rubber, stays put no problem, okay? But it does have to be hooked in place, and it's a little bit of a pain to hook it instead of you know, just placing it in there. So you have to get it in the right position, hook it in place, and then since it's rubber, it's not really all that manageable, and it's kind of heavy too. There's a lot of weight here. So I wanted to upgrade these, and so this is basically the best ones that Dodge makes, so I had to go aftermarket. So the mats that I chose, I was looking at multiple different brands, but the ones I chose, I actually reached out to the company. They sponsored this video and sent me a set of mats for this car to try out. So I think they're going to work out perfect. So let's go ahead and check it out. So here are the mats that I'm going to put in. They are the 3D multi-layered, very light and waterproof floor mats, and they give it better coverage than the standard mat. So I pulled out my standard mat, and I'm actually going to vacuum the vehicle and everything before I put the new ones in, just in case you're wondering. But just to give you an idea, we're going to do a comparison here. Okay, so here's my standard mats, and they are made out of rubber, and you see they're dirty, so don't judge them by their dirtiness. They are really good mats, but they are heavy. They are waterproof, and they get pretty decent coverage. Now the new 3D mats, you can see, of course they're clean because they're new, but they get a little bit better coverage there on the sides. You can see they're contoured a little bit, they're custom fit, and they also provide a little bit of protection for the footrest there on the left on the driver's side. You can see the rear mats as well. They're contoured a little bit more coverage, fill in the area a little bit better. Another thing is, so the rubber mats hook in place. These mats, since there's a hook protruding from the floor, they have a little place for that hook to go into right here, but that's not where it secures to the floor. It actually secures to the floor with this. So it's not just relying on a hook to hold it in place. The entire surface is sticking to the carpet to keep it in place. Now these are very light. These are very light. They're multi-layer, so they have a layer of foam, and then they have this rubber portion that's textured, so it has a good grip on it. So it maintains the flexibility and everything. They're not too rigid, and they're not very heavy. These mats, since they're rubber, real thick rubber, these are significantly heavier. I mean, they are just like heavy. So I'm excited to put these in. I have to clean, so these are much lighter. Okay, so I went to the local car wash and vacuumed out the car, and let's go ahead and put the mat in. Okay, so it's a snug fit, and what you want to do is you want to keep it loose. Line up these two posts with the original hooks. It kind of sticks. It doesn't slide around, so it's not easy to position, and if it's pushed down, you want to make sure that it's kind of loose. Line these two up, push it down. Now it's in place, and it feels like there's no significant amount of space between the sides, the bottom, anything like that. It feels very snug in there. It protects that side portion here, and you know, this extends up past the pedals quite a ways, and it also includes that footrest. It looks really nice too. Let's go ahead and peel this off. That's pretty neat. Has a 3D badging on it. So that's the front mat. Here's the rear mat, and basically there's no hooks on this one, so you just get the shape right and you push it down in there and it's solid in there. Same thing behind the passenger seat. And the passenger side now has the mat in it. You can see it goes way up in there, protecting the entire leg room. This one's a little bit easier since it has one point to line up. Alright, so this has got some good coverage, and they look really nice too. That texturing on the rubber and just the overall design of them looking pretty nice. Alright, so there you have it. So these are the 3D mats. I'll leave a link in the description. These are custom fit mats, and they have them for lots and lots of different vehicles. So I'll leave a link in the description. You can check it out, and I'll probably have an update later on in the future on these mats and how they're looking after a year or something like that, long-term type deal. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.